When I blew out the 60 candles on my birthday cake, I made a wish. But it wasn't for a new car or a fancy vacation. It was a quiet, almost desperate wish for my mornings to feel, well, different. You see, my mornings back then weren't exactly golden. They were gray. They started with a symphony of creaks from my joints, a stiff back that fought me on leaving the bed, and a mental fog so thick it felt like a weighted blanket I couldn't throw off. It would take me hours, and at least 2 strong cups of coffee, just to feel like my brain had finally decided to clock in for the day. I was up, but my spirit, my energy, my clarity, they were still hitting the snooze button. I felt older than my years, and if I'm being honest, I was worried. I looked at the decade ahead and saw a scary path. Would the stiffness get worse? Would the fog get thicker? The thought of starting every single day feeling defeated, greeting the sunrise with a sigh instead of a smile, was not how I wanted to live out these precious years. I knew I had to do something, but the thought of a massive life overhaul was just exhausting. I didn't want a complicated gym routine I knew I wouldn't stick to, or some restrictive diet that would make me miserable. I needed something simple, gentle, something I could actually do, day after day. So I made a commitment, not to a grand revolution, but to a quiet evolution. I decided to try 5 small, almost effortless changes to my morning routine. I wasn't expecting miracles, but what happened honestly shocked me. These 5 simple habits completely revolutionized my energy, my mental clarity, and my whole outlook on life. They didn't just change my mornings, they changed my relationship with aging itself. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the 5 simple morning habits that truly changed my life after 60, and I'm sharing them with the deepest hope that maybe, just maybe, they can change yours too. If you are enjoying this video, please subscribe and click the notification bell. It helps me build this channel and bring more videos like this to my subscribers. Let's begin with habit number 1, the warm water ritual. The very first change, and maybe the most important, was also the simplest. Before the coffee pot even started to gurgle, before my feet even hit the floor, I started my day with a big glass of warm water. I know what you're thinking. Water? That's it? I was skeptical too. For years, my first thought upon waking was coffee. It was the jolt I thought I needed. But here's the thing. After a full night's sleep, our bodies are naturally dehydrated. As we get older, our ability to hold on to water decreases, and our sense of thirst isn't as sharp, which makes it even easier to become dehydrated. Think about it this way. The cartilage in our joints, the cushion that keeps our bones from grinding together, is made up of as much as 80% water. When we're dehydrated, that cartilage can get weaker, leading to more friction, more stiffness, and more pain. So that first glass of water isn't just about thirst. It's like giving your whole system an internal shower. I started a simple routine. I'd fill an electric kettle the night before. The second my alarm went off, I'd flick it on. By the time I'd used the restroom and shuffled to the kitchen, the water was warm. I'd pour it into my favorite mug, sometimes with a squeeze of lemon, and just sit quietly and drink it. The effect wasn't a jolt like espresso, but it was profound. Within a week, I noticed the groaning in my knees was a little quieter. The tightness in my lower back seemed to let go more easily. I felt like I was gently waking up my digestive system and lubricating my body from the inside out. This small act had a surprise mental benefit too. By starting with this quiet ritual, I wasn't grabbing my phone to check emails or see the latest terrible headlines. I was starting my day with an act of self-care. It was a moment of peace, a gentle shift from sleeping to waking. I was telling myself, before anything else, that my well-being comes first today. That simple glass of warm water became a non-negotiable anchor to a good, hydrated, and energized day. Try it for 1 week and notice the small changes. After my warm water, with my body hydrated and my mind a little more online, I moved to habit number 2, just 5 minutes of gentle movement. Now, before I started this, the phrase morning exercise sounded like a punishment. My body was at its stiffest, and doing anything strenuous was the last thing I wanted. But I wasn't aiming for a workout. I was aiming for an awakening. The goal wasn't to build muscle or break a sweat. It was just to send a kind memo to my body that the day had begun, and it was time to move. I started right at my bedside. Sometimes, before even getting out of bed, I'd just do gentle ankle rolls, one way and then the other, to get the circulation going. Then, sitting on the edge of the bed, I'd do slow shoulder rolls, up towards my ears, then back and down, feeling that tension in my neck and shoulders just start to melt away. Once I was standing, I'd do a couple of incredibly simple stretches. A favorite is the overhead side stretch. Just stand with your feet apart, raise your arms up, and gently lean to one side. You get a wonderful stretch all along your side. Another go-to is a gentle cat-cow stretch, which is fantastic for a stiff morning spine. These 5 minutes are not about pushing your limits. They're about exploring your range of motion with a bit of curiosity. Some mornings I feel more flexible than others, and that's okay. The consistency is what matters, not the intensity. And it works. Just a few minutes of light movement gets your blood circulating, delivering oxygen to your muscles and brain. It helps wake up your nervous system, reduces that awful joint stiffness, and it really helps with your balance. Mentally, this practice changed my relationship with my body. Instead of it being the source of my morning complaints, it became my partner. These 5 minutes are a conversation. I'm checking in, asking, how are we doing today? Where is it tight? Okay, let's breathe into that spot. It's a physical act that brings a mental reward, less stress, and a feeling of being more grounded in my own skin as I step into the day. For anyone over 60, improving balance isn't a small thing. It's a game changer for preventing falls and staying independent. With my body hydrated and awake, the third habit was for my mind and spirit. It takes zero physical effort, just a pen, a small notebook, and a few minutes of quiet. I'll admit, when I first heard about gratitude journaling, it sounded a bit fluffy. How could writing down a few things I'm thankful for fight the very real feeling of a foggy mind and an aching body? Every morning after my stretches, I sit down with my coffee and notebook, and I write down 3 things I'm grateful for. The key really is specificity. It's not enough to just write, I'm grateful for my family. To make it work, you have to dig a little deeper. So instead of my family, I'd write, I'm grateful for the way my granddaughter's face lit up on our video call yesterday. Instead of my health, it would be, I'm grateful my knees let me walk to the mailbox without pain this morning. Sometimes it's as simple as, I'm grateful for the smell of this coffee or the warmth of the sunbeam on the floor. This simple act of looking for the good in my life literally started to retrain my brain. My mind, which used to wake up scanning for problems, the sore back, the busy day, the worries, was now being trained to scan for positives. It's like teaching a muscle a new movement. It's awkward at first, but with practice it gets strong and becomes automatic. This didn't make my problems go away, but it changed their size. It shrank them. By starting the day focused on what not what I lacked, I was setting a positive, resilient tone for the whole day. Studies have linked a regular gratitude practice to better sleep, less inflammation, and being better able to handle stress. All incredibly important as we get older. This habit costs nothing. It takes less than 5 minutes. But it's my daily prescription for a healthier mindset. It reminds me that even when things are tough, there's still good to be found. It anchors me in the present and helps me appreciate the small, everyday blessings that are so easy to miss. If this sounds appealing, try writing 3 small specifics tomorrow morning. The 4th habit flows right from gratitude, but it takes things a step deeper. This is my daily practice of mindfulness or meditation. Now, if the word meditation makes you picture sitting cross-legged on a pillow for an hour trying to think about nothing, let me offer you a much friendlier picture. For me, mindfulness is just the act of being fully present, right here, right now, without judging yourself. My mindfulness practice is usually just 5 to 10 minutes. Some days, I use a free app on my phone for a guided meditation. You just pop in some headphones, close your eyes, and let a calm voice guide you. Other days, it's even simpler. I'll just sit in a chair, close my eyes, and focus on my breath. I don't try to change it. I just notice the feeling of the air coming in, and the feeling of it going out. My mind will absolutely wander. I'll start thinking about groceries or a bill I need to pay. The whole point of the practice is to just notice, without criticizing myself, that my mind has wandered, and then gently guide my attention back to my breath. Every time you do that, it's like a workout for your brain's focus and concentration muscles. The benefits are huge, and they're proven. Practicing mindfulness can help calm the nervous system, leading to lower blood pressure and even helping with chronic pain. Mentally, it's a powerful antidote to anxiety. It actually improves memory and cognitive function. By starting the day this way, I'm not letting my mind get hijacked by worry. Instead, I'm building a little buffer of peace, a foundation of calm I can carry with me all day. This habit has taught me that I am not my thoughts. I can watch them come and go without letting them control me. It has given me a tool to manage the emotional ups and downs of life. And all it takes is a willingness to just sit with yourself for a few moments. It's a small investment of time that pays off all day long with less stress and more peace. The final piece of my morning puzzle is the one that gives all the others a direction. After hydrating my body, moving it gently and calming my mind, I set one simple intention for the day. This is not a to-do list. In fact, it's the opposite. A to-do list is about what you have to. An intention is about how you want to. It's choosing a guiding principle for your day. This became so important for me after I retired, when the structure of a job disappeared and some days felt aimless. Without a purpose to get up for, it's easy to feel lost. So each morning, I ask myself, what's my main intention for today? The answer is usually small and achievable. For example, my intention might be, today I'll connect with someone I care about. That could mean calling a friend I haven't talked to in a while or having a real focused conversation with my husband. Another day it might be, today I will do something creative. That could mean spending 30 minutes in the garden, trying a new recipe, or working on a puzzle. Or it might be about my well-being, like, today I will nourish my body with healthy food, or today I'll spend 15 minutes moving outside. The power of this is that it gives your day a theme. It transforms a random list of tasks into a day lived with meaning. And there's real science to this. Having a sense of purpose is one of the keys to aging well, linked to better brain health, emotional well-being, and even a longer life. When you have a reason to get up, even a small one, it fights back against feelings of isolation. Setting an intention gives you a focal point. Throughout the day, I can check in with myself. If my intention was to connect and I find myself just scrolling on my phone, it's a gentle nudge to put the phone down and make that call. It helps me make choices that line up with what really matters to me. The process is simple. I just think about it and write it at the bottom of my gratitude list. Today's intention: find joy in the little things. Seeing it in writing makes it real. It's a promise to myself for the hours ahead, and it has been the crucial final step in turning my mornings from something I dreaded into something I create with purpose. These 5 habits woven together have honestly given me a new lease on life after 60. These 5 habits woven together have honestly given me a new lease on life after 60. They took me from surviving my mornings to thriving in them. I truly believe we're stronger on this journey when we do it together. So I would love for you to join the conversation below. Tell me, which one of these habits speaks to you the most? And if you're feeling inspired, make a little commitment to yourself and type, "I'm starting my morning steady," in the comments. Let's cheer each other on. And if you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing and sharing it with a friend you think might need a little more energy and joy in their day. To wrap it all up, habit number 1 is the warm water ritual. Treat yourself to a nice warm glass of water when you wake up. Habit number 2 is to take 5 minutes of gentle movement for your body. Habit number 3 is the gratitude prescription. Write down some things you are grateful for in a journal. Habit number 4, a dose of morning mindfulness. Take 5 to 10 minutes to clear your mind of all the clutter and set it free for the day ahead. And finally, habit number 5, setting a single intention. This will help you set the stage for a wonderful day. None of these things are earth-shattering on their own. They don't take a lot of time, money, or energy. But together, their combined effect is where the magic happens. It's the consistency that revitalizes your body and rewires your brain. When I look back at the person I was just a few years ago, dreading the alarm clock, it feels like a different lifetime. I learned that I don't have to just accept stiff joints and a foggy mind as part of getting older. We have so much more power over our well-being than we think. It all starts in the morning. It starts with those first small choices we make. You can reclaim your mornings. You can feel vibrant, clear-headed, and joyful. It is never too late to start. Even if you just pick one of these to try this week, you're taking a powerful step toward a healthier, happier you. Thank you so much for watching, and here's to many bright mornings ahead. Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe. It helps us bring more videos like this to you. Thanks and see you soon. Have a blessed day.